stuck in my head, not gonna leave it at that. Taking the lead, feeling your heat, just wanna give you my best. I don't even know your name, but you got me, 'cause you're old to die. We don't know what happens next, but you got me, 'cause I'm next to none. You make it look so easy, making me feel so dreamy. Not the one who pays for drinks, but you got me, 'cause you're old to die. Got me locked in now. Go ahead and take a shot. Do you really want me? Maybe you're just playing. The way you're making it move, yeah, you do it so smooth. Make it all about you. Can have it all if you want. Taking the chance, stuck in my head, not gonna leave it at that. Taking the lead, feeling your heat, just wanna give you my best. Taking the chance, stuck in my head, not gonna leave it at that. Power over me, but I try to act cool about it. But what's standing in our way? He doesn't mind at all. He want my juice like that. He does whatever what he feels for nobody but himself. No, yeah. He doesn't mind at all. He want my juice like that. He does whatever what he feels for nobody but himself. No, yeah. Pull myself together to not give myself the pressure. I don't know what to do with this. Should I let him go? I don't know what to do with this. Should I let him go? I fall for his eyes when he's staring into mine. Know he's bad for me. So what's standing in our way? And he's out of my league. I feel insecure, but I hope this is real, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to the 5Fs to Love. So tonight, this is Real Talk with Men. And of course, I'm not going to take up any time with the chit chat. Tonight's topic, we're going to talk about why don't men wear rings? As a single woman, I'm out a lot. I go to a lot of different places, and often I find out that the guy that's approaching me or sending me a drink is married or separated or, I don't know, engaged, but they don't wear a ring. So I'm bringing my guys in so they can kind of talk to the ladies and explain, why aren't men wearing rings? Are you in a relationship? Yes or no? And so we're going to open it up. Well, hello there, Galen. I feel like we were just together. Right?
Yeah, just a minute ago.
Just a minute ago. I don't even know what that's about. What's going on, Cedric?
Hey there, sister. Good to see you guys.
Cedric, we were just together like a week ago when you were buying cases of expensive wine at that wine tasting.
Yes.
By the way, everybody, women, if you're going to hook up with Cedric, you cannot drink cheap wine because he talks about me and my cheap wine. Okay, we're going to keep it real. All right, RJ, what's going on? You're new to the team. I'm really excited to hear what you have to say. This is going to be exciting for me. I hear what you say to me when we're out, but this is going to be fun to see what you do in real time.
Glad to be
All right. Well, Matt, you are normally like my conscience, but I'm a little bit concerned tonight because you're with the guys, so you might flip on me. I don't know what's going to happen. And everybody knows Eric, he is my favorite person of all. So listen, guys, this is like a hot topic. And you guys know this because you have friends. So you know it's a hot topic and you know what they're doing or not doing. So we're going to just go ahead and just lean in. Today, there are 4 categories people fall into. They are dators, dating, engaged, separated, and married. And you're probably wondering, what is dators? Dators are people who are out there and they're looking, for a mate, casually dating multiple people. Those are dators. Dating means that you're dating and you're in a committed relationship with one person, right? That's what dating is. Engaged it's common sense. You're promised to be married to someone, which is a premarital agreement that this is the only person you're going to be with. Then you have people who are separated, but they're still married, but they're out there doing what they want to do. And then we have married, and that's common sense what that is. So, gentlemen, based on the categories I just gave you, who do you think conceptually should be out there just dating without a ring or looking without a ring? Takers, don't everybody get quiet all at once. Please don't.
Yeah, I mean, he's not if he's not married, then he obviously doesn't have a ring, right?
Agreed. But Eric, what if he's dating and in a committed relationship? You're dating and in a committed relationship. No, you don't have a ring, but you have a commitment. Do you feel obligated? You should tell someone, or don't you?
Yeah, if it's serious. I mean,
we already know.
It's levels to this thing. It's levels to this thing. If I'm out there, I gotta tell you, Jack.
So Cedric, what you're saying is you're in a committed relationship and you meet a single woman on the street and you feel like you should entertain getting to know her better, even though you're dating a person in a committed relationship.
But see, once again, tomato. You said dating. Dating to me is not a commitment. That's my woman. We're not dating. That's my woman. You said dating and commitment. That don't go together well in my book. Dating and commitment. No,
okay, let's
dating is multiple people.
I agree.
Is people in a committed relationship with one person. A dator is people dating someone casually. That's two separate things. And I want to be clear. A dator are people who are out here looking for a mate and casually dating multiple people. Now, if you're casually dating multiple people and you're a dator, that's different. But if you're dating one person, you're in a committed relationship with that person, you don't think you should share that?
If it's no ring on the finger?
Chris, I think that's an oxymoron to say you're dating and in a committed relationship. If you're in a committed relationship, then that's separate. But if you're dating, then she's fair game, I'm fair game. I'm looking around. But if you're in a committed relationship, then that's my opinion.
I think the challenge, Christine, is language. People are always making up new words for things. You're like, where did that word come from? Yeah. So I've always thought dating meant, okay, you're in the process of looking. You're evaluating your options. A committed relationship is different. I would also say than dating personally. It could be committed.
But they both can't be dating. You can't. What I'm saying is they both can't be. Just hear me out.
Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, if a person is not in a committed relationship, then they have every right to explore the options. The issue comes into play is making sure that agreed upon standards, once you engage with a committed person, is now being your word. The issue comes into play is a lot of times people just don't want to be their word. So when you see,
but that's not the question. It's not the person that you're with. Is when you're out there and you run across a Christine. Right. I'm having a drink. Cedric sends me a drink, but he's been dating the same girl for 3 years. This is his girl. But
that's different. But that's a committed relationship.
That's what I'm saying. You're dating her.
Right. And I'm saying at that point, if the understanding is between him and his woman that they're in a committed relationships, if he violates that, then he's violated his word.
It's all
but that's the point I'm making.
People, for sure.
What are you saying, RJ?
I agree with the Reverend. It's really about the understanding that the two individuals have in that relationship, right? So if they are exclusive, then they're exclusive, and Cedric's not sending you that drink. If they're not exclusive and they have what we call an open dating relationship, even though they've been dealing with each other for multiple years, then that gives them an opportunity to continue to play the field, as does her. So it's all about the interpretation between the two people, because what you interpret as committed, Cedric may not interpret it the same way. You understand?
Okay, but this is the thing, and I don't want to overlook it. And guys, I do have to entertain our people who are watching. And thank you, Reginald, for watching. Reginald said that is the truth. And he also you have to have the conversation. Absolutely. So let me just say this, folks. I want us to understand The conversation is not with the person you're with. The conversation is the fact that you're out here, you're with your single friends, you're hanging out. Christine and her girls are at the bar. You send me a drink and you approach me like, hey, what's up? How you doing? You look good tonight. And then Matt, what is that about? You've been with the same woman for 3 years. You're not married to her, but you are in an exclusive relationship. So why are you buying me drinks? And like, what's up? What's happening? You still looking?
Listen, it's very simple. If you are buying drinks and you're taking your shot, then you are not in a committed relationship. Now, she might be in a committed relationship, but both of you are not in a committed relationship. So
it ain't mutual.
It's the language. But look, a lot of people are just straight up liars. They do not tell the truth. So if a man sends you a drink, if a man has conversation with you, listen. The other thing is he might have that relationship with his woman where he's allowed to send you a drink. Who says he's not allowed to buy you a drink? Who says he's not allowed to chat you up? So committed relationship to you may not be the same thing as.
And this all ties back to the man's behavior is going to be indicative upon what that conversation is with that woman he's with. And they're
but wait a minute.
I hear what you're saying, the conversation that he's trying to have with that woman out there, say you at the bar, but the way he moves, ideally, is based upon the understanding he already has in that relationship or situation.
Okay, but I'm going to tell you, as the woman sitting in the bar, I don't care about the conversation you having with her at home. I care about the conversation you having with me because you done bought me this drink. But let me go ahead, because we got a lot of people tonight that's chatting. So Roz says, hey, Marcy, Reggie, you're a new viewer, so I'm not going to get on you right now, but we're going to have a conversation offline, Reggie. He said women have to stop assuming. Reggie, nobody assuming. Reggie, I'm gonna get with you in a minute. Wait a minute.
Reggie's on point. Reggie's on point.
Reggie is on point. Reggie is on point, Chris.
Okay, so I'm gonna get back to that in a minute. Marcy, thank you so much for joining us for the first time. I really appreciate the support from first-time viewers. Roz says, see what single ladies have to deal with in the D. So what we're saying is, let me go back to this. You are talking to me and telling me I should understand a conversation that you're having at home with this person. What I'm saying, I don't know you. I don't know your woman. I'm at the bar.
That's
you didn't send me a drink. You coming over? No. That's what this conversation is about. It's not about your conversation at home. It's about you all up on my shoulder. Christine, you're so beautiful. Buy me a drink. And next thing I know, Shaquita is at home and you like, look, whispering, I can't talk right now.
Chris, let me
if you're in a committed relationship, you shouldn't be out there buying drinks.
Let me say this, Chris, because everything the brothers have said has been 100%. But once again, it goes back, there's levels to this thing. And the level of commitment when you my woman, it's not the same level of commitment when I put that ring on the finger.
Cedric, again, I'm not the woman at home. I don't care about her. I'm at the bar.
Chris, let me ask you a question. Chris, let me ask you a question.
Conversation, buying drinks, having fun.
Why are you putting the responsibility on the man to tell you
that's
that
right,
he's in a relationship? Why don't you ask? Why don't you? You are assuming. You are assuming.
No,
you're making an assumption. You're making an assumption because he bought you a drink. Because he bought you a drink, you're assuming that brother is not in a committed relationship.
I'm not assuming. I'm assuming. No. It's not just a drink. Let's not be naive. It's the fact that you came down, rubbed me all up on my shoulder, telling me how beautiful I am, and then wait. Hold up. Wait a minute.
You threw the rubbing on the shoulder in there. You didn't say that at first.
Where are you going? Where are you hanging out?
Rubbing y'all over my shoulders.
Where are you hanging out?
I'm rubbing something else if I'm trying to say something. I ain't rubbing shoulders.
Eric, I'm that red coat. Raj says always playing with words. Raj said y'all playing with words.
They'll do that at Flood. I don't think we'll do that at red coat.
He said, okay,
Reginald was on point.
He said, just because he buys you a drink and you have a conversation doesn't mean he's trying to take you home. Wait, okay, guys, listen.
That's right.
You're missing it. Let me be clear. I know for a fact there are multiple guys who have approached my friends in bars, exchanged phone numbers, and they got married folks at home, literally sending them dick pics. Okay, they married, they living with somebody. Why are you out here socializing with women like that on that level?
Because they're dogs. They're dogs. And
I don't know about
got to
that.
call a thing a thing.
I don't know about that.
So, we don't have to dance around the fact that there are dishonest people in the world.
Right, exactly.
And there's some people that no matter what you say, you're not going to reform them from their behavior. They can get married 15 times.
What about the reverse, Christine? What about the women that do it?
Okay, but that's one of my questions. I'm about to get to that. See, hold up. I'm all about equals. I'm equals. Okay, Maurice. What? No, this is Marcy. She said you're not committed if you're buying drinks.
But that goes.
See how women think,
Christine.
That's how women think.
Who's buying?
Yeah, y'all not committed if y'all accepting those drinks.
I don't agree with that.
Okay, Matt, what are you saying?
If you got a man who's buying drinks, he's rubbing up on your shoulder. He's older than 5-year-old. You are not the first woman he's doing that to. So you know he got somebody. He ain't sitting at home by himself. If he's that bold, if he that bloodthirsty, he got somebody. And if you pretend like you don't know that he has somebody, then that's naive. But in the real world,
wow,
buy you drinks and he just walks up and rubs up on you. He is a whole shark and a predator. He got one woman at home and one woman in the streets. You are just number 3. And you just got to think about that, about who you're dealing with.
Okay, ladies, you heard what he said when you number 3. Okay, Sheila, thank you so much. This is my gal pal. She's on Real Talk with the Lady. Sheila said the guy is leading the woman at the bar. He should say something. It is his responsibility. I'm minding my business at the bar.
It's his responsibility to do what? I'm Cedric and I have a girlfriend at home.
That's the opening line, right?
And I want to buy you a drink.
Oh man.
My name is Cedric and I got a girlfriend at home. Shut up, Cedric. That's not what we're saying. You know what? I don't even.
That's what she was saying. Okay.
She said semantics, blah, blah, blah. That's what Nicole is saying. What's up, Beachers? Sheila said, say it, Chris, because me and Sheila out there. Y'all watch the adventures of Sheila and Chris. We out there, and some crazy stuff be happening. Okay, Reggie, I'm gonna have to talk to you in DM because you cause a lot of problems.
Reggie keeping it a buck. I love it. Coming, Reggie.
Reggie trying to be a offline co-host. It seems like he said because some men are dogs. As women, you have to set your own boundaries and not get so excited about a drink. And you know what? Let me tell you this. So Reggie,
Christine, before you jump on that, can I just say one thing real fast?
Sure.
I think this goes into the value of what this guy just said. Please just hold your point. But it amazes me that the entry into a person's life and personal space is something as simple as a drink.
Yeah.
Okay, you go to a place, you're a grown person. If you want to drink and you're in the bar and you're in the lounge, buy your own drink.
Exactly.
It makes no sense for a person to be able to have instant access to you just because they bought you some alcohol. It's absolutely insane.
But Galen, that's the reason why I posed that question the way I did, and I want to be clear. One, I do buy my own drinks, and I was using myself as an example. First of all, I don't let people rub up on me. I rub up on people. We're gonna be clear. That's
these are also facts,
right? I'm not. It's the opposite. So we're gonna talk about me being a violator of people's space.
That was 0 to 60 really fast.
It's the opposite. But what I'm going to say is, Galen, you're right. So many women do feel when a man buys them a drink or they have conversation with them. And this is one of the things that Eric and I talked about the other day, which was really crazy because we both were on the same page. Sometimes he says, I really want to give a woman a compliment, but I hate it because she thinks I'm hitting on her.
Exactly.
But I just want to say she's pretty. And I get that part. And I'm going to be clear. Any man that sees me in public, I take all compliments and I don't think you want me. Okay. But I like the compliments. So go for it. But what I'm saying is that a lot of people are needy. They want to feel loved and appreciated. And the minute a man says something to them, You could be married, divorced, separated, a widower, whatever. They think that it's an opportunity. So Matt, let me ask you a question. Matt does matchmaking on a whole different level. And he's the CEO of that company, and he matches high power women, much more powerful with me, with very powerful men. And Matt, what is the biggest issue that you see with women who are like me, making really good money, but they're not closing that deal? What did you tell me I needed to do other than cook? But go ahead.
But say this is the phrase of the month, which is, you make a list. You have a prayer list, you can call it whatever you want. All these things that you want, a checklist of things that you want in a man. And then one day you run across that man. And maybe he buys you a drink, maybe he gives you a compliment, but you all get in a conversation. 5 minutes into that conversation, you're going to, many women say something to the effect of, I don't see the world that way. Now here you are, the man of dreams. And he says, well, do you cook? Why I gotta cook? No, I don't cook. And I don't see the world that way. I don't think I need to cook. A very simple question. Everybody who got a YouTube can cook. Just answer the question. Just say, yes, I can cook. That's all.
Matt, what did you tell me to say?
Say, yes, I can cook. If you say,
and so
you'll be,
and I do that now.
Can, but Chris don't cook. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie to people. Chris make reservations. I'm sorry, Chris. You know,
food on the
you
table.
came by my house and I cooked the other day.
Imagine that.
But I'm gonna be real.
Bring the side dishes there.
No, I go to Cedric's house and Cedric cooks. Cedric and Eric are amazing cooks.
Oh man!
Honestly, I would marry those two tomorrow, based on food. Okay, based on food. Okay, wait a minute, because I got the ladies are coming in hot. Reggie, you just Reggie, stop trying to be a co-host, a virtual co-host. Okay, he gonna tell about that's right, Matt. You know he over there trying to really, Reggie. I might as well send you the link so you can join us. You all co-hosting. She said, "Yes, I can cook." LOL. Sheila cooks, honey.
Look,
I eat Sheila's food too.
Hey, Chris. Let me say this though. Back to the point of the ring. Lots of women feel like all bets are off until the ring hits the finger.
I know, and that's what we're gonna talk about.
So,
as soon as I get back from this commercial break, we're hitting on the women. We're gonna hit those women. All right, folks, we'll be right back. You know, we gotta take a quick commercial break. I'll see you back in a few minutes. And
your body on top of mine and hold me like you'll never let me go. It feels like I've been giving you the best of me and you just keep on letting me down. I can't taste it with your lips on mine that you don't love me like you did that night. I'm so nervous that you'll never feel the same and you'll never find a place in my arms. Hey, show me love, 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 show me love. I'm not asking you for much, just give me something to feel. Show me love, show me love, show me love.
okay, just to let you guys know in the background, I'm always dancing. Hey guys, welcome back to the 5 F's to Love, Real Talk with the Men. And as you see, they're all back on set. So we love the conversation. You are right, Cedric. There's something to be said about men and women. I kind of hit men hard because I like to get you guys riled up and hot and ready for the podcast in our first segment. That keeps you hot and ready for the rest of the segment. So the thing is, though, a lot of women are texting me and they're sending me stuff on Facebook. And so their question is that at what point do you feel when you meet a woman, not when you get her to drink, not on the first couple dates, But when do you then open up the conversation about where you are in that space? And I'm only asking because so many women are concerned that men are just basically, like you were saying, Cedric, you got girlfriend over here. We don't know about that conversation, but you over here having a conversation with us. We're falling for you, right? And then this happens. And I say this because I know each one of your situations, and each of you handle things very differently. So RJ, I'm going to start with you. What's your thoughts behind being very effective in communicating to someone?
Well, for me, I think I operate with honesty and transparency up front. Like when you meet someone, you initially let them know kind of what your expectations are, what you may or may not be looking for, and kind of where you are. You may just be looking to hang out and have some fun, or you may be at a stage in life where it's like, I'm looking for the one, or maybe we can just see how far this goes. But I think that without the truthfulness and honesty and transparency initially, and allowing an individual to choose and make their own choice, because what happens is there are a lot of men out here who make the choice for women. So we're talking about the men that have maybe a fiance, a girlfriend, or whatever at home that's out at the bar, and they're not being transparent and honest, and they're leading you on, and they got to live in two different lives. And I don't think that is the right approach. The right approach is, hey, here's my situation. You choose whether or not you want to deal with me. But if you do choose, you can't complain to me about it later. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, just having direct upfront conversations and being transparent is always going to win, because a person may not like the truth, but they're going to respect you for giving you the truth. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Okay, I can definitely deal with that. Now, I will say too, to this point, Cedric, you're right. It's a lot of women out there who are in similar situations, right? And and in our third segment, we're going to talk about the different types of relationships, which is the fluid and the swinging and all of that. When you're out here with a ring on it, and like you said, you've had a conversation with your mate, and they're open to you doing this, but the person that you're chatting it up with don't know, right? They may not be open to it. But to your point, Cedric, you're correct. There's a lot of women out there who are doing the same thing. They're unhappy at home. They're looking for a little side piece to hook up with, right? That's going to satisfy their urges. And this guy may be falling for them and don't even know. And I'm going to tell you, a really good friend of mine, and y'all know I don't shout out names because I don't shout out names, but a really good friend of mine met this absolutely amazing woman and said, look, I got to stop until you clock out. I'm out.
Like I think
they wanted them to resolve that other situation before they even thought about entering into a conversation with them about anything more. And that's one of the things that I say I do respect about people, but I do have concerns. But to your point, Cedric, when you're out and you run across a woman who is in a relationship, how are you going to handle that? Because this is the SETI way. The SETI way may not be everybody else's way.
How would I handle a woman who's in a relationship?
Yeah.
Well, if she's holding a conversation with me, that's all I need.
Okay, so you're saying you be like, that's all you need is her conversation?
No, that's how it starts.
That's the entryway, is what he said.
Yeah,
that's the
She's engaged in that conversation, and she's opened the door.
Her relationship has nothing to do with me.
So you gonna hook up with her? You not hooking
I'm gonna go
up with
in. If I want to, I'm gonna go in. I don't know him. I don't owe him. So that's her thing, not mine. So if she goes along with it,
crazy, boy.
what you're saying?
You was right, man.
I'm right, for real. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, you got a man? Okay, nice meeting you." No, no. So, but in all honesty, I'm not that little, rooster in the hen house trying to break up happy homes. But no, but you are right. Married women, like married men, are out here like that. But when it comes to that ring, that's all based on that understanding, which comes through conversations, like everybody says. But like Mom always told me, seldomly are two people on the same page at the same time.
Okay. Somebody's
gonna fall in early while the other one's like laid back. And by the time the other one catch up, the first one is tired or whatever. So it's that balance. And to me, that's organically, not trying to make it what it is. Like, here's what I'm going to do. And then y'all try to make it fit, as opposed to just let it create itself. And then you know what it is.
Okay, so then my question to you, and Brian, oh my God, you made it from Sam's Club. How are you? Thanks for joining us for the podcast.
I'm sorry.
She was telling all your business, Brian. All your business.
Eric said that's where we left you last time. You started at Sam's Club.
I was at Walmart
He was like, he's still there. What's up? So I guess, and I'm going to say this in a larger scale. So Brian, your situation is a little bit different than most people. You actually were a widower, and you started to go out and date. So technically, no, you're not married, but mentally and emotionally, you were still committed to a person who was no longer there. So how did you handle going out and meeting new people and then trying to reconcile that emotional commitment?
It was hard. It wasn't easy. It was hard seeing other couples together. It was hard going to the grocery store by myself, doing grocery shopping. It was a struggle. I mean, I literally had to push myself to do it and had to want to get out and continue living, because I mean, used to being with someone for that period of time and they pass away due to those circumstances, it takes a minute to get back in it. I mean, you can try and say to yourself, well, I'm just going to jump back in and do it. It's not that easy. It's difficult. And I had to push myself. It was a gradual thing that I had to do day in and day out. I had to get to the point to take myself out to dinner or going grocery shopping. I mean, I would go to places that was familiar to me that I used to go with her, and I would get emotional. I would break down. And it was not something that you can immediately just step out of one situation, well, I'm going to go do it. No, it doesn't work that way. That emotional attachment is hard to let go, but it's a gradual thing day by day. And it takes friends and people who care about you to help encourage you. You need to start getting outside living again. You need to get outside doing things again. You're not dead. She would want you to do those things. He would want you to do those things. So that's what I have to do.
And I like that because you need to get back out there. So let me tag into some of our viewers. Nicole says, I'm interested to hear more about dating tips from Matt. Matt, you got a little fan club forming right now. Nicole wants you to know about the dating tips. As soon as they found out you were like a matchmaker for the highly rich, Nicole, that's my girl. I knew she would do a shout out. Nicole, like, I'm trying to get matchmake with a rich dude. She's not playing either. Reggie, stop trying to be a co-host. She said she needs to ask the question. Reggie, I'm gonna ask you the question in the DM. Okay. Nicole came back with from what I hear, more married folks are out here trying to date single folks. Like, what the heck? Okay. And and that's real talk. That is definitely happening.
That's real talk.
Go Realer Imaging Solutions. He says, dig that, Brian. And I thank you so much, Steph. I know who Realtor is. It's Steph. Thanks, Steph, for tuning in. So, guys, let me ask you a question. So, Cedric said, if a chick is married or in a committed relationship, and he trying to, get in his DM, he said he don't care what's going on at home. He about to hit that if that's what he want to do. I need to know, and not you, Galen, because you're the minister. We already know your answer. Okay, so we can get that. Okay, so RJ, Brian, Matt, and Eric, are y'all saying the same or y'all saying different? Y'all saying no, you're not gonna hit that? What y'all doing?
Are you asking if she's married?
Is she married or not married?
She's married and she try to hook up with you. Are you hitting that?
No, I don't mess with married women. No.
Okay, so Cedric, as always, you're a wild card. All I gotta say is I know one of the ladies is gonna hit you up. You're a wild card. But that's okay, and I like that about you. Cedric is like it's Study's way. All right, so listen. One of the people text me and they wanted to know at what point when you initially go out and you're dating somebody, you know what, Reggie, again, stop trying to be a co-host. He said, of course not. Why is he answering the questions like he the co-host? He on the show with us? Reggie, you get out on the show. The thing is, when you look at it big picture, at what point, and Eric, I'm gonna start with you. At what point do you decide this is something that I want? Like, what's the indicators that for you as a man that says, I want to take this to the next level? Like, I'm really feeling this person.
I mean, if she checks all the boxes, because we all have preferences, right? Things that we like, right? So if she checks all the boxes, then yeah, Is that the question you're asking me?
I mean, it is the question, but like, so what's 2 things in one of your boxes?
2 things in one of my boxes. You know, and I don't really have a list. To me, it's a vibe. I think it should be organic.
Boom, boom.
I like things to progress organically. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you know, right. I mean, of course, I like attractive women. I like women who are cooperative, who are submissive, and that's not a bad word. Right?
Never have been.
But it's, I like organic. I think it should flow organically. So
Eric, what she was asking was, when do you know it's time to lock it down? When do you know that?
Oh no, it's the interest level. It's not on the lockdown yet.
Oh, it's an interest level. Yeah.
It's an interest, like you're interested. Okay, so Matt, for you,
it's a process.
It's a process. So Matt, when you met your wife years ago, and what was the first thing that you thought about when you said, okay, this is the one?
Yeah. So yeah, I'll answer it like this. It's a bunch of things, but first is physical attraction. I have to look at you and want to be with you. So when I first met Crystal, I looked at her. I liked what I saw. I thought I liked her more than I liked anybody else sexually. So I had sexual chemistry. So that was very important. Then I liked the way she answered questions. When we talked, I liked the conversation. And from there, you know, it was very easy to take it to the next step because I genuinely like talking to her more than I like talking to anybody else. I genuinely like the way she looks. So when I see her, even if I'm mad, there's sexual attraction. So that's
oh yeah. I ain't mad at that, bro. Yeah.
Attraction is very important. And if you don't have it, it's very easy to cheat on someone who you're not sexually attracted to.
Yeah. And men by nature, we're visual.
We're visual,
right?
Yeah.
We're visual. Right. So that physical, right? That physical attraction has to be there, and then we can take it to the next level. Now I want to know, how are you? Do we connect mentally? Right? Are we connected spiritually? Right? So yeah, the physical is absolutely important.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go to a quick commercial break. When we get back, the first question I'm gonna ask you is, how do you know that you really, really, really want to talk to that chick when you at the bar dropping that drink? What's the first thing a man does when he says, I want to send her a drink? And I'm saying that because the ladies are texting me and they want to know
I gotta go
what
first.
is happening. Okay, so we get back from this commercial break. That's what we hitting on. We'll be right back, folks, in 2 and 2.
I've been doing this for 30 years and I still love what I do. Opening up this salon. Looking forward to all the wonderful, beautiful women that I make feel good after I've done their hair. I have a great team. I have 6 amazing stylists along with 1 esthetician. So if you're looking for a professional environment and professional stylist, Hairshin is your place. We're located at 25284 Evergreen Road, just north of 10 Mile in Southfield, the fabulous downtown Southfield. So give us a call at 248-799-9963. We're looking forward to servicing you.
Oh, I love it, Rodney. Thank you.
I mean every little word. I can't get you out of my mind. Oh baby, center closer. Yeah, baby, I'm not playing around. I mean every little word. I can't get you out of my mind. Oh, baby, every girl.
Hey guys, welcome back. And if you're just joining us, be sure to leave comments on any social media site that you're watching us on. And be sure to share and like and subscribe and follow us. And if you have anyone that's interested in being a part of the podcast at any point in time, be sure to drop me something in my DM and not a pic. That would be a conversation. All right, so listen, guys, question to you, because this often happens in so many different spaces. Women go out, they get dressed up, and they're wondering why they're not being recognized or noticed. And I mean, that's become a big conversation. And I know, Cedric, you and I talk about it a lot, and you be like, because somebody ain't feeling them. Like, what you mean? Like, Cedric be like, what their problem is. But what I'm saying to you, so like what you were saying, Galen, is about the vibe that a person gives off, like, you know, the laws of attraction and all of that. Right. But you have a lot of women to put forth the effort. And so that kind of combos with now a guy like Eric, who may think that he's recognizing the effort that you put into your look, right? But he's scared to say something because the minute he say, wow, you look amazing, you like, you know, so it's like you don't want to say anything. You're like less likely to do it. So I'm asking you, Galen, like, what is it? Do you think from a not a spiritual, but from a meta perspective that women need to do in order to attract that type of guy that's, you know, that they're looking for, like what you were leaning towards last night?
Well, what I would say is, first of all, outward attraction, I agree. Well, I believe it was Eric who said that men are visual. I do think we need to be mindful of that. So let's get that part out of the way. Now, I believe everyone is a mental atmosphere, and they tend to draw onto them that which corresponds to their dominant ways of being. What that means is simply this. If you look like $1 million, but you're broke on the inside, you're going to attract brokenness.
Oh my God. Can you say that again for me?
Wow. That's real.
If you look like $1 million on the outside and you're broke on the inside, you will attract brokenness, or worse. And this is the worst. So I don't want to take up too much time, but if a person can look like $1 million but have a victim mentality. All right. So to complete the cycle, victims don't attract other victims. Victims attract victimizers. So to complete that cycle of that mentality, you have to attract that which completes that mentality. So what I tell people is work on your own self-image, your own self-esteem, your own confidence, your own belief in yourself, not from an arrogant standpoint, but from a standpoint that you have enough confidence to know that you are worth more than one a person have access to you just because they bought you a drink. But more important, right? You're worth it enough to know that most likely you're not meeting the man of your dreams in a lounge somewhere at 1 o'clock in the morning because you just want to go out and get some drinks. Let's just be real about that. It's a psychology. So right. So and you
just said it. It's folks, you need to understand what you're attracting. And that's really
so what I tell people is this: start to take a look at who's showing up. Different faces, same energy. Okay. Now, if you're looking at different faces, same energy, the common denominator is you.
It's you.
So start to ask yourself, okay, why does the same type of person keep popping up in my space? Why am I dating the same type of people? Why am I having sex with the same type of people? And eventually you have to look at yourself. Right. Your own values, your own mentality, what you think you're worth, what you think you got to do to get somebody, and reevaluate that whole process. Because here's the thing, nothing changes until you change.
I got a lot of evaluating to do.
And don't blame nobody but yourself.
The problem is within.
That's right.
That's right.
You know what? You guys are hilarious. Okay, so listen, the ladies want to know right now, bottom line, should all married men wear rings? Period. Galen?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm going one by one, Galen?
I would say yes, unless there's a reason why. I have a buddy of mine, for instance, who's allergic to jewelry.
Yes.
He can't wear rings.
Right.
He could wear a string.
Just hear me out. So
Plastic.
So he forces himself to wear rings when he goes out with his wife, but otherwise he doesn't wear them. But he's the most honest, great husband, and been so for years. And
all right, I don't have a problem with that.
Right, but in general, I believe that married men should wear rings. I wear rings.
Okay, Cedric.
If he's not wearing a ring, he ain't trying to be married.
You know what?
So he should be wearing his damn wedding ring. If he's not wearing it, he's not trying to be married.
He's trying to be married. RJ.
Absolutely, 1000%. Yes.
Yeah, I think that married men should wear a ring unless they have a good reason why they don't.
What's a good reason?
It could be medical, as
his occupation. His occupation.
If you're
what he does.
If you're working around machinery where a ring can get caught in the machinery and take your finger.
Well, those are logical exceptions. We talking about being out in the streets, in the restaurants, and bars, or whatever else.
You got that ring on and all, Cedric.
But I will tell you this: a ring does not make a marriage.
It doesn't.
That's true.
But that
That's
ring,
true.
the ring is not for them. It's for the single ladies. Brian, ring or no?
Absolutely, ring.
Okay. Eric, ring or no ring?
I think a man should wear a ring, but a ring doesn't mean anything unless the person wearing the ring respects the ring, because a ring really is just a deterrent for women who have morals and high standards.
But it's an attractor to the women.
Exactly. Now that thought will look at that ring as just a speed bump.
1000%.
It's incumbent upon the man whether he has a ring or not. If he's married.
Did you say a speed bump?
Okay,
Reggie is really trying to get one of y'all.
Reggie's trying to be an honorary cast member, a host. Now.
Exactly. He said there are a lot of women attracted to men with rings. Yeah. Okay, Reggie. All right. Beecher says, "I know that's real, Reverend Galen." She said, "That's real. What you attract." And again, I need Reggie. Just you can see through outer beauty. Women who are whole and confident. Reggie, I need you to go ahead on. What's going on, Dillard? That's DSU. What's up? This is the guy who originally helped me launch this podcast. He came all the way from Delaware and did live shows with me when I first started. That's family. I love you, Reggie. So Reggie says a man wants to buy her a drink and converse with the woman when she is sexy without trying to draw attention to herself. You know what, Reggie? That's what I'm saying. So you know what? I'll be honest with you. I do get a lot of drinks when I'm out. I don't take it personally, and I always send one back. So then it's the same. Like I'm good with you. I kind of level the playing field. And again, it's me violating, right? I'm going to go fill them up.
You're gonna rub them up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is 1000% accurate.
Because Rodney's been out with me. And he knows, like, I will fill you up. Reggie, he says, "Oh, I love you too." See, that's DSU. That's right. And by the way, if you can't see, the pillow in the back came from Reggie's company, Delaware State. I'm going to do this so everybody can see it real quick. That pillow is from Reggie's product, and that's from my college, Delaware State University. It's an HBCU. There's your plug, Reggie. I did a promo for you. Yeah, DSU. So listen, guys. This is real talk, and I'm going to ask each one of you, what is your pet peeve about women in general on that initial, and Cedric, don't go full Monty on them. Do some highlights. I know you'll tear it up. So Matt, I'm going to start with you because you deal with these high-powered women. And what's your pet peeve with women when they're not understanding what it takes to meet a good potential person? What does it take? Are you answering the question? Are you like nulling out on me?
I don't know if he can hear you.
Okay, you can't hear me. Okay, so Brian is back out there and he's dating. and I just put your business in the street, Brian. So Brian's out there dating.
Really?
Dating.
Wow.
So Brian, just on general, because Brian has several people who are interested in him, but he's actually dating one person right now. And it's not exclusive, but he's just dating her. Brian's like
all out there, aren't you, Christine?
Hey, Chris.
She been doing that, I told you.
But I'm trying to clarify. Because RJ, listen, homegirl could be watching and be like, "Oh, it's just me. It ain't exclusive. He just one person at a time."
Well, if she didn't know it wasn't exclusive, she should have. Brian about to get a phone call later.
Right, his phone blowing up right now.
Brian, I gotta get off.
Commercial break.
I got jokes.
I made myself laugh. Okay, so Brian, when you got out, before you got out there, you and I talked a lot, and a lot of stuff was being thrown at you, and you managed it very well. So, what was your pet peeve about how people were coming at you when you were just starting to get back out there over the past couple months? Because they were doing everything but leaving panties on your doorknob.
You can't tell Christine too much. She's gonna use it against you.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean,
now you know. The more you know, Brian, the more you know, brother.
Brian, no, he's been on this podcast. I spill a little bit of the beans, but not too much. So, I mean, Brian, what was your pet peeve about that whole thing about how women, because you have a thing about aggressive women and how they approach you. So, like, talk through that. You're talking to the women who are aggressive.
You gonna let him answer the question, or you gonna answer it?
Yes.
I'm just curious.
RJ, don't get removed from the
You love me too much already.
I'm also a producer. Don't get removed, RJ. Brian, go ahead.
My biggest thing was smothering women. I mean, they were the ones that were very bold. When I said bold, they were coming at me, like you said, they were doing anything, putting their panties on give me their panties. I was like, no. I mean, back in the day, I'd probably be like, yeah, I would have took them. But now I'm like, nah. I mean, that kind of pushed me away. It made me like, why are you so pushing up on me like this? I mean, if you're doing it to me, you're probably doing it to some other man too. If you want to give it to me, you probably give it to a bunch of others. And that made me kind of like, you step back. I kind of like the ones that didn't say nothing to me, that kind of just kept to themselves, didn't bring attention to themselves. So maybe one, okay, maybe she's a challenge. The ones who came at me, they weren't a challenge.
Because it was too easy.
It was too easy. It was too easy for me. It'd be easy for somebody else. And I was like,
Okay, so Eric, what about you?
I agree. I mean, I like a little bit of a challenge, right? You don't, I mean, I've been there too. It's like, okay, why are you coming on? Why are you sweating me? I like more organic. I like it to just flow. I can't stress that enough. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to be clear. Eric goes to a lot of events with me, and I have to really just tell everybody, like, Eric is my brother, because I feel like women want to push me down to get to him. Like, that's how bad it is. And I don't see it because I think he's very attractive. But when he puts on all his Rico Suave look, you know what I'm saying? That GQ magazine, them sisters be on him. On him. And so what I'm saying is he handles it so respectfully. And that's one of the things that I really, really, truly love about him as a person. He always handles it very respectfully. And he always goes, well, I didn't know. Like, they was feeling that way. So I do agree when women are a little aggressive, it can come off. I'm the total opposite. I'll fill you up and then stop talking to you. It ain't that important.
Yeah.
Cedric, because don't talk about me, Eric.
Up by nature is aggressive, but we'll just leave that there.
Yeah, women are. Now, say it again. What'd you say again, Galen? Women are what?
I know. I said if you're filling them up, that by nature is aggressive. So you might
because I'm filling them up.
Find that as aggressive. But that's ultra aggressive.
I mean, I appreciate assertive.
Yeah,
it's aggressive is what
a whole nother.
No, it's a whole.
Okay, so I want to be clear. I tell people right now, I'm getting ready to fill you up. Are you okay with that?
That's aggressive. That's aggressive.
It's about to go down. And let me tell you something. Because of my personality, most guys laugh at me and they go ahead if you're going to fill me up. And they get a kick out of me. And then I go, okay, I done filled you up. I'm good. I'm about to go, but thank you. That's all I needed. And they look at me like, that's it? I don't want. And then they run after me because now I've intrigued them. And now they want to have a conversation. So I'm a little bit different. And women, don't try to use my move because it's not going to come off the same way.
It works for you.
It works for
it
you.
Works for
it
me.
works for you.
Okay, now Cedric, what's that?
Look at that look on Cedric's face.
No, for real. I am in alignment with all the brothers, but in a slightly different kind of way, because my thing is it's the attitude for me. And a lot of women that I meet, whatever, based on their careers or whatever, whoever think they have funky attitudes. And whatever it is, at this point in their life, it's got to be easy. I don't mean the woman being easy, just the get to know you process. I'm not, no. So attitude and gratitude. And once those nuances and those connections and conversations and spiritual waves connect, then it's good, or you're going to walk away or play for what it's worth. But yeah, that's my thing.
Okay,
attitude.
now, RJ, what about you?
I agree with all of my fellow men here. I will also add that the also present overly alpha female mentality is in addition to you got that in addition to the other side of women who are only trying to figure out what you can do for them financially before we've even had a conversation and went out to dinner. You understand what I'm saying? So those two things, in addition to what both what Eric, Brian, and Cedric have said, those are mine, 1,000%. I see that look on your face of disdain, and it's put.
No. Listen. I don't even try to hide who I am. And again, and I know Eric is like teasing me because Eric knows the real me. And I will say to you, I think, and we talked about this the other day when I was at his house. He was like, Chris, people don't even know that you're really a sweet person. And that's true, they don't. Because the person that they meet is, I'm getting ready to violate your body, right? You don't even know, because I'm getting ready to violate your body. Okay, so real quick, he said, wow, that was so wrong. He's talking about me. That would be Reggie. Reggie said, a woman have to understand that a woman at work is very different from a woman at home. Femininity is more desirable at home. And that's true. And Reggie knows me as well. Like, I'm pretty kicked back at home.
True.
All right. And then Sheila says, it's been said that men like a challenge, hunters by nature. And I'll be clear.
That's true.
Very true.
And men they
That's
really
true.
appreciate and look at that. And I'm gonna be totally honest with
Yeah.
you.
Make me work for it.
I am probably the most nurturing, loving, caring person at home. But outside of that, if I'm a businesswoman in a man's world, and I just carry that on my outside persona, but once I come home, I'm a different person. And I'm okay with that. But like we said before, everybody's not going to get that vulnerability out of me. It's just not going to happen. So we got to rock that out. But RJ, didn't that dude say when we went over to Petty Cash, like, I can see all this in you and all of that. Yeah, he keep blowing my phone up. You know I'm not calling him back. He keep blowing my phone up. I'm not calling him back. And if you're watching this podcast, I'm not calling you back. Okay.
He's trying to hear it.
And if you don't wrong, now you know.
He's so wrong.
He's you say this, you say that. Yeah.
That's that alpha female in her. She can't help it.
That's that alpha in me. Like, I'm just making it clear. I'm not calling you back.
No grease, just straight raw.
Exactly. All right, so guys, listen. I know we get together. It always runs over. So I need to cut to closing out and talking to each of you individually. I'm going to ask you, what do you have going on and what do you want to tell people about what's coming up? And then I'm going to close out the show. So I'm going to start first with Galen. I'm going to take the rest of you guys out and I'm going to chat with Galen real quick. And I'm going to bring each of you back in a few minutes. All right. So Galen, what do you have going on?
Well, obviously, I just started another podcast, The Meta Behind Relationships, which you just started yesterday. So we're going to be talking about how do you deal with metaphysical principles around consciousness, laws of the universe, like law of attraction. how our mentality radiates and attracts, produces, and creates experiences that are consistent with our dominant ways of thinking and being. Obviously, I have my other podcast, Truth Transforms, that people can find all over the place: Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Podbean, etc. Still working on my book, which will be Truth Transforms, and that should be soon. And just so many other things. We're going to be, looking at launching some things, some conferences next year. I'm always in the midst of doing things that I feel as though can help people live healthy, happy, prosperous, authentic, and powerful lives.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Stay tuned. I'm going to close out the show. I'll be right back. I'm going to bring Cedric in. Hey, Cedric, what's going on with you? What do you want to tell me?
What's up?
I mean, other than the fact, I don't think people know that they can hire you to do major events. Like, you are the event planner guru, and people don't know that because you're the CEO of Glamping, like Summer Oasis. And I think people don't know that. That's what you do. Like, you're like the rock star.
Well, I'm just a child of God, but thank you. Events and creating experiences and spaces is my gift, and I've been blessed to do that for a long time, which led to me starting my own music festival, Summer Oasis, which is the only musical glamping music festival in these parts, held in historic Ottawa, Michigan. It's a whole experience and a whole vibe. So that's what's going on with me for next year, because it takes a whole year to put it all together. So it's like nonstop, just feeding that passion and feeding that purpose, and being able to create experiences that changes lives and touches lives through music, culture, conversations, and just Black people in love is a beautiful thing. I love doing it.
That's why I love you. And guys, he does it all the time. And I went up there to Glamping like I do every year, and I have an absolutely fabulous time. So you guys are going to hear more about that. You're going to see more commercials, because you got to start buying those tickets in January. So we're going to keep it real. Y'all going to see us. All right, so be right back. All right, so RJ, what's up? What you doing? What's going on?
How are you? What's going on? Well, I'm glad to be here. Glad to join the cast. It's phenomenal. I have a lot of things going on. One of the main things I'm doing is our partnership that we now have with our nonprofit Michigan Youth Stay, which is phenomenal for STEM, just not for Michigan, but all across the country for children. But in addition to that, I've launched a clothing line highly inspired by my children called Best Version of Yourself Every Day. The website is www.bvoye.com. It's about self-empowerment, self-improvement, and just really positive messaging, just to embody the best version of yourself each and every day, which is what we all should strive to be. And, we got a lot of things cooking, and I'm glad to be a part of it and partner with you on a lot of great things.
I know, Rodney, RJ, I'm really excited. So one of the things I want you guys to know, his commercials will start playing next week. We will have commercials with this product to tell you where you can find it, so you guys can see what it's like. And actually, you're going to see me wearing some of his gear while we're on the podcast, because it's really hot. So just to let you know, you guys have got to stay tuned and check out what's going on with RJ. Thank you. And hold on, let me bring in Eric. Okay, so Eric, what's up? What's going on, brother,
Chris?
man?
Oh, I'm doing what?
What you doing, Eric?
Well, I got my music I'm working on. I'm working with my church at DWO. So we're working on some music. I'm doing a Christmas project I'm working on right now, and you and I are actually working on a couple of things. Actually,
I know, right?
We got some patents that we're trying to lock down. So yep, and we're gonna get those going. Yeah.
Oh, we are. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that offline. But I think a lot of people don't know is that you're a musician.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Right.
So tell them more about your piano playing.
Well, I play for Detroit Word Outreach every week. So, and that keeps me busy, working with the music ministry over there. So, yeah, it's fulfilling. That's what if I wasn't doing what I'm doing, that's what I would be doing.
And guys, let me tell you something. Eric is a phenomenal musician, and a lot of people don't know that about you, but we will know that when we're looking at speed dating, because I'm going to need you to play while we're at speed dating. We'll talk about that. All right, who's next up? All right, Brian, what's up? I done put your business in the street. Outside of that, what you got going on?
You know what, Christine, I said I wonder sometimes, why do you even deal with me? You know what I'm saying? I wonder why I'm even in this cast, all these awesome men, because I'm just a simple guy from a country boy who grew up having nothing and an author. I'm about to.
Would you please tell about your second book that's coming out?
Yes, I'm about to present that to the publisher who's been waiting forever.
Thank you.
And it's a book that talks about life.
Okay, and tell them about your first book and where they can buy it.
First book is on Amazon. It's on my website as well, www.bryantrogers.com. And I am nowhere in the caliber of all these gentlemen.
You are. Stop saying that, Brian.
I'm very humble. I mean, I grew up with nothing, so I appreciate everything. I mean, I really do. And learning.
And that's why you're here.
I mean, I'm glad to be here. I mean, I know someone else could be better fitted, but I'm glad to be here.
Well, thank you for being here, Brian. You are the perfect fit for this team. All right, let's get Matt. And I don't know, Matt is probably going to talk about his dating service. Matt, what's up? You trying to match these 6-figure women with some 6-figure men?
Christine, I'm going to tell you something. I thoroughly enjoyed tonight. The volume kept going off because people were calling me. So I'm going to say this platform works. I don't know how they found the number on the internet, but I got 3 calls, and that's why I kept dropping off. So super excited about Bride Ready, 12 months to the man of your dreams. What we do is we teach systems, how women can get the man of their dreams. It doesn't matter what you look like. It does matter what energy you bring, and it matters what kind of access do you have to these men. And so what I have is systems to get women access to men. Once they're in the room, we let nature take its course. And so I'm super excited about it. Lots of fun. We'll be in Miami October 15th. October is a month where we sign up each new cohort. And then, of course, it dovetails with the 5 F's to love. So all those things work together. So super excited. MattBowmanJr.com is the website. And like I say, it's actually not a dating program. It's actually a wellness program. And what happens is, as part of this coaching, executive coaching, is we put whole women in rooms with available high caliber men. And then the magic happens. So whether it's in Detroit now or Atlanta or DC or Miami, we have a lot of fun going a lot of places.
Guys, and I'm going to tell you, it works. I've seen it in real time. So if you're looking for that, you better hook up. Guys, all I can say is thank you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate everybody's friendship, all the support everybody shows me, and the fact that you take an hour out of every Thursday to be here with me and have fun. I really appreciate it. And on that note, you all know what I'm going to say. See you all next week, same time, same place, and be sure to tune in to the 5 F's to love. We'll see you guys next week, and be sure to leave us comments. We will get back to you. All right, guys, have a good night.
My name is Christine Burkett, the inventor of the 5 F's to love. This is a compatibility app. It's an app that gives you an opportunity to rate words that start with the letter F in chronological order of importance to you, to help you find your one true love, your soulmate, and the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. So after you've taken the time to rate your F's in chronological order, you send a link to the person, I don't know, you just met, or the person you've been dating for quite some time. Or maybe it's the person you've been married to for 30 to 40 to 50 years. And then you compare your top 5 F's to find out what things you have in common and things that you may perhaps need to work on. This is taking a simplistic perspective on how to find your one true love, your soulmate, the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. And thank you for downloading the 5 F's app.